went to a class at the San Diego Association of Realtors building, and it is all about the new laws that are going into effect on August 17th as a result of the NAR settlement. I did a video about the NAR settlement like weeks and weeks ago. I've done a few of them. I'll post them somewhere wherever they go. You can check those out if you want like a kind of a full deep dive. But just to give you like a minor little rundown, the National Association of Realtors, the NAR, has gotten into a lawsuit. This lawsuit will change the way everybody buys and sells real estate from here on out. It will never be the same again. It's going to be a little bit of a different process, and by a little bit I mean there's a learning curve. Okay, when I showed up, they handed me this packet of contracts. This is all new contracts that go into buying and selling a home under the new NAR settlement that I need to know so that I, as a real estate agent, can keep you educated, keep you informed, keep you confident, keep you feeling like you know what's going on, like you know what's happening, and like you can control your biggest asset, which more than likely is probably your house. There are 19,000 registered, licensed real estate agents in San Diego County alone. They've had less than 1,000 people attend this class. 18,000 people have no idea what's in these 61 pages of legally binding information that is literally industry changing. Starting August 17th, if you are someone that's coming in and you would like to buy a home and you have hired a real estate agent to be your agent, which would be a buyer's agent, whether it's an open house or something you found on Zillow or something a neighbor told you about, you will need to go into that house with your agent and a buyer representation and broker compensation agreement. This says that you as the buyer have talked to your agent and you have worked out how you as the buyer plan on compensating your agent for the work that they do to help you get into this house. You need to sit down with your agent and fill this out together. Do not just get this sent to you and guess. A lot of people, when they get sent these contracts from their agent or other agents, they trust them enough that they just go, yeah, just tell me where to sign. Cool. Don't. When you fill out your buyer representation and broker compensation agreement, do it together and ask what every single one of these mean. One of the biggest atomic bombs that was dropped on the real estate industry when the NAR settlement came to fruition was that the seller no longer has to pay the buying agent any compensation, any commission, anything. The seller doesn't have to pay that. I would like to say, just briefly before I keep going, the seller never had to pay that. That was never a rule, a law, anything. This was negotiable from day one. So if you were told that it wasn't negotiable, you might want to check on that agent. And if you didn't negotiate, that's on both of you, to be honest. Sorry. Compensation/commission has always been negotiable since the dawn of time, and it still is today, but because people were doing some shady things, we need to really highlight the fact that sellers no longer have to pay compensation and never had to pay compensation. Cool? So how does it work now? Buyers, your agent will go through every single box with you to explain what every single thing means, and you and your agent will discuss how you plan on paying your agent. There are 3 or 4-ish options. Number 1, and this is in no order, your agent is a saint, does all this work for free, you get a house, and we all move on with our life. Good luck with that one, but I'm not saying it's not possible. Number 2, you as the buyer and your real estate agent talk it out while you look at this sheet, and you, the buyer, say, cool, no matter what the price of the house is, if we can stay in the budget, I can pay 2% of the overall cost of the house. I can pay you $5,000. I can pay you $1. Whatever you guys work out, paying their agent out of their own pocket. Option 3, the agent and the buyers work out a commission structure, and in that you say, if we can get a credit from the seller to pay my fee as your real estate agent, that's what we'll do. So we'll go in, we see it's $1 million house, we love it, and in the offer we say we're gonna give you $1 million with a 2% credit to the buyer's agent. The seller now can go and look at that and go, fine, sounds good, I'll pay 2%, or absolutely not, I'm not paying it. And now you're back to square one. Square one was already on this sheet. Option number 4, this is sort of your kind of last option. You as the buyer can go to your lender and you can say, the house I want is $1 million. And the lender will go, you're qualified for $1,050,000. And you say, okay, I'm going to put an offer in on this house for $1,050,000. And then you think like, why would I do that? I'm not gonna overpay for the house another $50,000. I couldn't afford to pay the agent to begin with. Yes, but it's possible you can get that money in the loan. And now you have a little bit extra on your loan and 15, 30 years, whatever, to pay that off, and you don't have to pay straight out of pocket to your agent. I hope that makes sense. Please feel free to leave messages in the comments or shoot me a message or whatever. Please, my goodness, do your research and do your due diligence to find an agent that knows what they're talking about. 61 pages of legal documentation, front and back. You guys, you cannot just use your sister's brother's best friend's boyfriend. You can't do it.